You're watching News Channel 4 at 10, the news leader.
And we begin tonight at 10 with a new push to legalize medical marijuana in Oklahoma.
Advocates claim support is, pardon the pun, growing and are now working to put the issue on the November ballot for you to vote on. News Channel 4's Kristen Shanahan is here with more. And Kristen, it sounds like in the coming days, a petition will start circulating here.
Yes, Kevin, Oklahomans for Health is waiting for the Attorney General's office to approve that petition. Once that's done, the group will have 90 days to collect 66,000 signatures from registered voters to get the proposal on the ballot. I spoke with one of the organization's leaders today. For the first time, he's publicly admitting to smoking marijuana for medical purposes.
Just very antisocial.
24-year-old William Jones has been battling depression since high school.
Felt depressed about the state of the world and things like that and my place in it.
At times, Jones says the weight of the world felt unbearable. That's until he started smoking marijuana.
I use it seldomly, I will say that. It can just be sort of a way of taking a deep breath and stepping back and realizing that the problems of the world, I could deal with them a little bit easier, or less self-destructively.
Former Oklahoma Representative Joe Dorman is pushing to legalize medical marijuana to help people like Jones. He's backing a proposal that would allow doctors to prescribe the drug.
There's been research done. There are individuals out there that can show the proof how this has helped people with different conditions, whether it be epilepsy, pain management, helping cancer patients.
Strongly against the push is the Oklahoma Bureau of Narcotics.
There are legitimate medical forms of these chemicals extracted from the cannabis plant, and we certainly support those for medical purposes if physicians believe those are best for their patients. But that's different than getting high smoking marijuana and calling it medicine.
The agency says marijuana is a gateway drug and often leads to other addictions. People like Jones disagree, believing medical marijuana will help our state.
The tax benefits that go to infrastructure and education, I really don't see any downside from allowing Oklahoma voters to at least vote on it.
If proposal writers get their way, they say 7% of sales would go back to the state. According to a Sooner poll, about 70% of voters said they would support medical marijuana. We asked what you thought. This is a live look at our Facebook poll. Looks like 79% are in support and 21% are against. You can chime in online by visiting our Facebook page. Linda.
All right, thank you. Big names are aligning themselves against measures that would expand gun rights in our state. News Channel 4's Lauren Fultonberg is live with new details tonight outside the home of perhaps the biggest name on that list. Lauren.
Linda, you could certainly call the Oklahoma City Thunder the John Hancock on this letter sent to state senators urging them to vote against a bill that they say would make it easier for people to bring firearms inside the facilities and the events here at the Chesapeake Arena and so many other places. And the Thunder are really just one voice in this fight. The Oklahoma City Chamber of Commerce is against expanding open carry to people who don't need a permit or training, and that includes a business with some people you might not expect to speak out against this. You won't find many people more comfortable around guns than Kevin Maxfield.
Ready to go?
But a bill that would allow anyone aged 21 and up to pull the trigger without a license or training makes the trainer nervous.
It's a big responsibility to carry that firearm. Everybody needs to continue that training, not just put the gun on their hip and think they're ready for action, because they're not.
Case in point.
Never shot a gun before.
Me.
Here we go. Squeeze, just your finger.
I didn't miss by much.
Just right of center.
But to Kevin Maxfield, that doesn't matter. Lauren's never fired a gun before in his life. He did a pretty good job with no training there. Isn't that evidence that constitutional carry is the right thing to do?
No, actually, it's not. It's 100% the other direction, I'll be honest with you. That right there is in a controlled environment with an instructor standing beside you telling you exactly what to do all the way through, and you fired one shot.
Others are taking their own shot at the bills. OU, the State Fair, Oklahoma City, the Chamber of Commerce, even the Thunder are worried they'll lose the right to ban guns in their own facilities. The NRA doesn't see it that way.
Anytime the government steps in and requires permits and fees, that is an infringement on people's Second Amendment right.
In other words, practicing at the gun range should be a recommendation, but not a requirement.
The Constitution does not say a right that you can only exercise if you've gone through whatever training.
In all, 26 different groups and organizations signed this letter. Didn't seem like it worked today, though. The Senate passed a version of this bill out of the chamber. Now it has to reconcile its approved plan with the House's approved plan before getting it back in front of the governor. We're live tonight at the Chesapeake Arena. Lauren Fultonberg, News Channel 4.
Now, first weather from the forewarned storm team.
And tonight we have a few showers and thunderstorms moving into Oklahoma from the northwest. He's been making steady progress into our state throughout the evening hours. Most of this is just light to moderate rain with a few embedded thunderstorms. Nothing really too big and too bad out there as far as big time severe weather. There is just a bit of small hail right now to the north and northwest of Sayre coming into northern Beckham County from the Sweetwater area. Hail size there about a ½ inch diameter. And then we have a line of showers and thunderstorms here from northern Alfalfa County down to about Bouse Junction. Just came through Waynoka. Little gust of wind with this. One little hail core here south of Waynoka on the northern side of Bouse Junction. Some of that hail there also about a ½ inch to 6/10 of an inch in diameter. Those are all under severe levels. The motion is southeasterly at 35 miles an hour if they hold together. El Reno at 12:35 and Edmond at 1:01 in the morning. There is a flash flood watch in effect, but so far rainfall totals don't look very impressive. But guys, I'll have the 10-day severe and tornado threat outlook for Oklahoma. All that in that forecast coming up in Maine weather.
I know you have a lot in that, Mike. Thank you. In Crime Watch tonight, a Metro high school coach wanted on rape charges. Police have issued an arrest warrant for a John Marshall employee accused of having sex with a student. 24-year-old part-time coach Elijah Gill is wanted for multiple counts of rape. Earlier this month, Oklahoma City police found inappropriate text on a student's phone. Another student claimed she had sex with Gill several times. Gill was suspended from John Marshall without pay after the school found out about the allegations. And tonight, he faces 3 counts of first-degree rape and 1 count of oral sodomy.
Well, our schools are making headlines again tonight. The U.S. Department of Education and the Oklahoma City School District have reached a deal on the unfair discipline of black students. The department says the school district was singling out black students. They say black students accounted for 42% of in-school suspensions, but only represent about 26% of the student population. The district has taken corrective steps, including creating an Office of Discipline and Student Climate. Additional requirements will be rolled out in the coming weeks and months.
Hey, a heads up tonight from our In Your Corner team. Reports of 2 suspicious men going door to door and up to no good in the Village area. Scott Hines has tonight's warning.
I didn't open it wide.
Several inches. That's all a couple of shysters needed to talk their way into Pat Slattery's home.
Did it ever cross your mind that that could be dangerous?
No. I really didn't think about it.
Daughter Denise was at work and rushed home to check on her mom, who has memory loss.
Are you okay, Mom? She said, yeah. And I thought, oh, thank God. The one guy, he kept saying, I need $3,000. You owe so much money from the IRS. He says, well, we can even follow you to the ATM so you can take out money.
Thank goodness Pat didn't take them to her ATM. It's likely they spooked when she grabbed the phone to call her daughter. She remembers one of the men doing most of the talking.
He could have been distracting you while the other one was snooping around?
Yeah, could that have happened?
I want to say I really don't think that the other one was walking. But then again, I don't. Now that you ask me about it, I don't remember exactly if he walked around.
Never open a door for someone that you're not sure who it is or who's on the other side of the door.
Village Police Deputy Chief Russ Landon says these criminals target seniors and work in pairs.
One will distract a business owner or a resident while the other cases the place for valuables to steal.
They tend to ransack the medicine cabinet or a jewelry box. We instructed Pat and Denise to check around their home to see if anything is missing.
When people come into your house, particularly more than one person, grown men, it could get bad in a hurry, and there may be little you could do at the time to protect yourself.
Honest to God, I didn't even think of that when they were here. I didn't, and now that you say that, that's darn right scary. I mean, what the hell do I do?
Yep.
What would you do to defend yourself?
I'd probably just scream, but who am I going to scream to?
Best advice, don't answer your door, period. If someone approaches you, a stranger approaches you at your house, demand to see their ID, then call up that agency asking whether or not they sent someone to your neighborhood. For more tips, just head to our website. I'm Scott Hines, in your corner.
Thank you, Scott. And in just a few days, we're going to be celebrating this year's Memorial Marathon. Thousands of runners will gather in downtown Oklahoma City to pay their respects and to remember the lives lost 21 years ago. Tonight, we take a moment to reflect on the meaning behind why these runners participate in the Run to Remember.
I have ran it 2 years and going for my third. This is probably the funnest and the biggest marathon and half marathon I've ever ran. It's so well put together and everyone's just, so happy to take part of the race. There comes times in the race where you just want to throw in the towel and you just want to give up, but with thousands of people cheering you on and all the supporters and people helping out, it kind of just fuels you and just drives you to the finish line.
This was the race for me, the race of the season that I was really gearing up for. I wanted to make my mark on my new city. It's something greater than myself that I'm running for. I'm not running just for me. I'm running for everyone who's lost their lives and all the families of the victims, and just running to be a part of that kind of mission to bring the city together through this race.
And we are so proud to be the official TV sponsor of the Memorial Marathon, as we have every year since the start. Make sure you tune in Sunday, 6 a.m. for live coverage of the day's events.
Next in weather.
Well, we have showers and thunderstorms out there tonight. Now, nothing really organized in a severe way. There's a little bit of hail in a couple of spots. I'll highlight that. Severe weather, though, definitely on the upswing a little further down the road. I'll detail what days we will have a risk of tornadic activity in our state. Your forecast straight ahead.
Plus, how one woman turns heartache into heartfelt treasures. Through stitches and loved labor, the memory of her mother lives on through huggable bears. We paid forward to this deserving Oklahoman next at 10 on News Channel 4.